All right, good morning. It is Monday, June 16th. I'm Zach Howard. Here's your morning market update. Where we're to. The market wants to go higher. As I keep saying, for the month of June, we are in a risk on, higher beta macro environment. Despite all the geopolitical madness over the weekend, fiat money for fiat bombs and more debts, U.S. equities are going higher because we are in this positive gamma market environment. What's positive gamma? What does that mean? Well, the market makers, these are the people, the institutions, the companies that provide liquidity for the market. They're not trying to take a saw at a market go up, market go down. They are providing a liquidity service. And when something is in positive gamma, the position, the more profitable the stock moves in their favor, the more the profits accelerate, the further the stock moves. Okay, that's what's happening here. Gains accelerate with favorable moves, losses decelerate with unfavorable move. When market makers are in this environment, they provide liquidity, like I say, to make the market on the bid and the ask. Firms that participate in this market are like Citadel, Jane Street, Virtual Financial, Two Sigma, these big billion-dollar companies, and they're just taking small percentages on each trade to provide that liquidity on the option side. It's a positive feedback loop. When stock prices rises, dealers' positions become more profitable. Thus, dealers buy more stock to then hedge their positions. More buying pushes stocks higher. The cycle repeats and amplifies the move. With that backdrop, we also then have buybacks accelerating because companies are no longer in the buyback window. We don't have earnings reporting now till after June. They start again. So companies like Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, the big buyers of their own stock, they continue to have a tailwind for higher stock prices. You add that now with volatility, continues to fall in this 15 to 20 range on the VIX. Vol control funds deploy more funds into the market, and we have a recipe for markets to go higher despite all the fear out there. That is what the reality is, okay? Higher lows, higher highs in the S&P, and we are off. This week is a parade for the central bankers all over the globe. Over 40% of central bankers report to do their planned meetings this week. Bank of Japan is probably the most interesting one. The Fed does nothing, sits on their hands, pisses off Trump some more that he didn't cut. Commentary out of Powell, see what happens. But I love this quote here from Mandelbrot on the bottom from his book, Misbehavior Markets. It speaks to the idiocy of these central bankers, these guys in suits, mostly old people with white hair, opining on how they think the world should be based on their perch atop their proved position as central bank heads, trying to manipulate the price of risk around the globe. But it's getting late in the fiat game, okay? The U.S. Treasury market, the biggest owner of those treasuries is Japan. How did Japan get there? Because Japan has been the first in, probably the first out of this whole fiat experiment, okay? They've devalued their currency by manipulating their bond market. On the right there, you have a picture of what the Bank of Japan has done for the Japan government bond market over the last 10 plus years. Had negative interest rates in 2016 up until 2019, 2020. And now here into 2024, 2025, they're trying to say they're letting go of this experiment now that they own pretty much the majority of their own bond market. The Bank of Japan owns it. It's a facade, okay, at the highest level. And this capital has helped Japanese investors, Japanese funds, flow those fiat monies into other trades, US dollar denominated around the world. The devaluation of the yen has then put money into US equity markets. To me, Japan is the poster child for this big fiat experiment that is long in the tooth and is now ending. And you see that through the lens of things like gold, things like Bitcoin that are saying, we see what you guys have been doing. It's all a made up game. It's a Ponzi. Hats off to the company that's seen this and took advantage of it. MetaPlanet gets the award for recognizing this and listed in the Japanese market with their accelerated Bitcoin buying program. Let's get fake fiat, fake yen, and accelerate the movement of something that can't be created at will, Bitcoin. It's been on a crazy run, 190% in the last month. I was 2,600% in the last year. I met these guys in Nashville last August at the Bitcoin conference. Man, I'm scratching my head now saying I wish I had to take advantage of that 2-3 minute meeting I had with them back then and really plow money into this name. And they continue to hit the accelerator on their plan to accumulate Bitcoin using that fake fiat. Other companies and other countries are going to be playing the same Japanese card in the months and years ahead. It's accelerating. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.